Hello and welcome back. Today we will be preparing authentic Jamaican chicken
Okay,
patties.
these are my seasonings. I have cilantro, carrots, garlic, green onions or scallions, a twig of thyme, and green peppers. We're gonna put that in the food processor. Here's the consistency of the seasoning that you want. You don't want it to be too this watery. Is the chicken. I deboned the chicken. It was the leg here's quarter. The end result. So going through the processor, food processor. Very nice. Okay, I ripped the breads into small pieces and I'm putting it in the processor. And I'm not gonna overstuff it. Just do a little bit at a time. Okay. So, and I'm also adding some of the chicken stock. Pouring in some of the chicken stock that we had. Okay, here you have the curry powder. I'd say you could put about 2 or 3 tablespoons onion powder rather, and garlic powder. I'm just gonna add to this some of the chicken broth. And just kind of thick, kind of thick. Okay, we're gonna put the curry mixture into the hot pot of olive oil, a tablespoon of olive oil. Okay, here's the curry. It's nice. It's a good consistency. Now we're just gonna add the seasoning to it. Okay, just put a little bit. Just make sure that it's nicely coated. I could add some of the chicken stock if it's too dry. You don't want too much of the chicken stock. You just want a nice consistency. And we're just going to let that cook down a little bit, and then we're going to add the chicken. Get it nicely coated. And here's some of the chicken. I'm just going to put the chicken in a little bit at a time because I want all of this flavor on it. Okay, here it is. I added the chicken stock. Give it a nice gravy. And what we're going to do, we're going to let this thing cook down. We have everything going. Everything's looking nice. Alright, I'm going to just add some of this filler. It's going to thicken it up a little bit. I'm not going to add too much right now. It's starting to thicken. I'm going to reduce the heat. Just reduce the heat. And then I'm going to start adding some onion powder, some more onion powder, some garlic. I'm going to add some oregano. And we're just going to season up. I might have to touch this off with some salt. I'm going to take some gelatin. Just a pack of gelatin. You don't have to add the gelatin, but I like to add the gelatin because it keeps everything nice and moist, prevents it from drying up. I have the chicken stock to a boil. I'm going to add it to a packet of gelatin. Any gelatin. I'm using Knox, but any gelatin. Maybe just pour it there. Put it over here. Just going to take some of the stock and dissolve the gelatin in there. Just going to stir it around a little bit. Put all over. Stir it in. Okay, here's my ingredients for the patty dough. I have salt. This is about 1.5 teaspoon. 2 tablespoons, about 2.5 tablespoons of sugar. This is yellow coloring. I put about 3 teaspoons. This is baking powder. I'm going to use a 1/8 baking powder. This here is fat. This is beef fat. That's going to go into the shell. Yes, you'll see how it looks. I have 4 cups of flour, 1 egg. This is about I'll say a tablespoon of vinegar. Here is ice cold water. Anytime you're doing a crust, you have to use cold water for it to be flaky. Um, we're going to we're going to combine all this together. I'm going to sift the flour, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, the flour has been sifted. Now I'm just going to add my dry ingredients. Here's the salt, the sugar, the yellow coloring. Now we're gonna do the what they call the wet ingredients. I have my egg here, my vinegar. Put it in there. I'm gonna whisk that together. Cold water here. I'm just gonna use 2/3 water. At 2/3. Okay, we'll just pour this in here. Mix it well. Okay, refrigerator. So it's nice and not all the way solid, but it's firm. We want to keep everything cold. Right. So I have the butter right here. I'm going to fold it in. Just fold it into the butter. I'm just going to spoon in the liquid. This is the egg, the water, and the vinegar. I'm just going to spoon in a little at a time. Okay, here is your dough. Okay, I had the dough in the fridge for about an hour, but you can let it go for 20 minutes to an hour. You want to keep everything cold. You want the dough, the crust that you're going to make, you want it to be cold. All right, so now I'm going to out a rolling pin, and I'm going to roll it out flat. Okay, first I'm going to flour my surface that I'm going to roll on the dough on. I'm going to get my rolling pin. Okay, and I'm just going to pinch off a piece. Pinch off a piece about this size. Roll it in the flour. Roll it nicely in the flour. Put it down. Then I'm going to roll it. It's going to be a little elongated. Okay. Once I get it to about this size, we're going to fold it. We have it this size. We're going to fold it. We're going to do it like an envelope. We're going to fold it that way. About halfway. We're going to fold it this way. And we're going to fold it this way. Fold it like this. Okay. Then we're going to smoothen it out again. That's going to give you the nice flaky layers. That's good right there. Okay, what I'm doing here, I have this container. It's about the right size, right shape that I'm looking for. So I just use this as a mold to cut cut my the shape that I want. Okay, and the excess we just put it back with the batch. So it's a nice size. Now we're gonna get this stuffing. It's been cooled. It's been cooled. Scoop up a nice size, a nice chunk. Take out the stems from the thyme that we put in there, and we're just gonna put it right in there and keep a nice edge, a nice border, and spread it back. Spread it back. Okay. Now that's a nice. That's a healthy amount, and line it up right there, and then just press. Just press out sides. You could use egg batter as well, and to wet the edges so it stick a little bit better. But I'm just gonna press it down a little. Just press inch it. You just wanna keep it uniform. So just press it. Rip it. You don't wanna rip. Okay, here's the layout. We have different sizes, but yeah, this is good. We're gonna put it in the oven at about 350 for a good 20 minutes or so. Or you could just watch the edges of your patties and just make sure that they're not getting too brown. Okay, here's the finished results. Okay. I let it stay in the oven for about, I say, 20-25 minutes. Let it cool down a little bit, and we're just going to take a look at that. We're going to break it open. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. You see the flakes in there? Okay, just break it open. Look inside there. It's beautiful. Beautiful, nice color, nice texture. You see your seasoning, you see your greens, your carrots, and it smells delicious. Okay, send me a note and I'll give you the recipe. Enjoy. She tell me something where really stunned me. She said she no used to the thing them a town, cause she no want to look like a clown. She tell me say gas stove she no used to that. Electric stove will make she get shocked. She no want a coal stove at the wood fire. She want right round the clock. She tell me say push food in the fire. She no want a short wood in the fire. She love the long wood in the fire. When the fire blaze same time she gets higher. She tell me say push food in the fire. She no want a short wood in the fire. She love the long wood in the fire. When the fire blaze same time she gets higher. She says she no want no pitch pie, and she no want no cedar. She says she no want no green wood neither.